I try to slow down when I think I'm about through, because I don't want it to pop too much. And bounce out, and then I'll be on the floor looking for it. Like that. But at least that's one piece, so it's easy to see. There it is. I'll check that edge and file it and put it into the form. I get the pieces in the little form. I press them down. Check the fit if it's okay. The lines look like they're lining up. The X's, seams, as close as I could get them. Looks good. And then I just put a drop of CA. This is face up. And I just let that sit there a while and dry a little. Make sure they're down. And then I'll open it up and I'll take it out, remove it, and then I'll flip it over. Okay. Then I'll loosen my little clamp here, my vise, back it up. In fact, I take it all the way out because I find it, because that CA still adheres somewhat. Then I get a razor blade. Remove the piece. And it's another little piece of another little piece of UHMW. It was actually cut off from that. And then I'll put a drop on the back side. And it pedals up a little bit, and I'll take a twisted paper towel. And I'll kind of absorb the heavy stuff. Whoop. Then I'll let that dry, set that aside and let that dry and continue to cut the next piece. Here's a piece that was done. It's dried a bit. What I'll do then is I'll get a razor blade and I'll clean up the front what I can of the dried CA. And all the edges where it ran over. And I did the back side. I just basically just clean off some of the dry CA. Well, now it's just pretty much a matter of patience and taking your time and slowly cutting the pieces and fitting them. So I'm going to do that for a while. I'm going to listen to some good music, got the air on, and might even get me a beer. This is my temporary setup for now until I build something a little bit more permanent. And I got my little table there, and then there's my cutting board. And I just clamp it with a clamp, and I got my little jig, miter jig there. Forceps and tweezers and razor blades. There's my vacuum hose. Normally this vacuum hose, it's got the filter on it to catch any stray pieces. We'll go up into here. Oops, sorry. We'll go up into there, which is a PVC cutting fitting that I cut, and this collects the dust on the bottom part and the top little hood. Collects the dust on the top. I have some sandpaper there for little swipes. This design is after Larry Robinson. I got it from his video as far as the design of the board, the vacuum. And I also have my vacuum that runs off of a foot switch. Normally when I'm permanent set up, I'll have that vacuum. It'll have a HEPA filter on it, or I'll exhaust the fumes out through the wall. I mean the dust through the wall. And I'll probably put it in another room so that I don't have to hear it. Or I might connect it up to my dust collector. One of several options. But that's my setup kind of for now. To make the other stars, it was just a matter of adding a little piece of a stop to my existing stop for my spacing. And it's just put it around and on up to the stop. And saw away. And there's the little piece. When you are doing this, you should have the vacuum running all the time to catch all the dust, but I just don't have it running due to the fact of the video and the noise. But see all that dust that's there? That stuff is not good to be breathing in, nor the really fine stuff that you really can't see that floats around here. But the vacuum is running, at least it'll draw it all down into the vacuum, the really fine dust. But you should have a vacuum going all the time. Or wear a really good respirator. I have all the stars glued to the base of the body. What I have, my technique now that I just discovered actually is I'll lay some the green Scotch 233 tape, and I lay a strip with the glue part up, and I stretch it a little bit, and then I tape it down to my board with some more Scotch 33, and then I place the pieces down, and that way they stick and they don't move around. Then I'll get the little diamond points, and I'll place them in and push them down once I have them positioned. Let's see if I could do one. I don't know if I could get one in there because I'm focused so close. But I'll see if I could do one. And I just center it my eye. Actually, I'm doing this one through the monitor on the camera LCD screen. Then when I got it, I press it. Then I'll continue it around the other corners. Then I'll come back and I'll put a drop of CA on it and go. And when it starts to dry, then Easy enough to get the tape off of the back.